Next up, Samsung announces new 13-inch and 15-inch laptops. Now, The Verge, they're going kind of hard on them here. If you read that headline there, Will, read that headline for me.
So similar that you don't even need
Not the sub-headline, just the main headline.
Samsung announces new 13-inch and 15-inch MacBook Pros. Jeez.
What is that? What do they call it on the internet? Is that savage? Is that what they do, Will?
Yeah.
Remind me what the youngsters say?
It's Liddy.
It's Liddy. Okay, that sounds even more youngster. And you hate yourself for even saying it right now.
Yeah.
You hate yourself.
Yeah,
So.
it's terrible.
Anyhow, they're trying to say that these are knockoffs. I don't disagree. They look exactly like MacBook Pros, but so does everything else. Like it's kind of obvious at this point. We talked in the past about all kinds of laptops taking major inspiration from the MacBook Pro aesthetic. Maybe this is a little more than usual, but apparently, The Verge is not the only one to notice the similarity. A couple of other reports followed similar. They wrote similar articles about Samsung's new MacBook Pros. They've got a 15-inch and 13-inch model. The 13-inch looking even more like the MacBook Pro because it doesn't have a dedicated number pad. It's got one blue key on it. So how's that for originality? Well, see the blue key on there? Now they've also got a black version. So if you want to stay away from the MacBook look, you could pick that one there up. But it's also got one of these. If you go for the 15-inch model, it's got this offset to the left trackpad. And I know a lot of people hate that. So keep that in mind. It's centered to the keyboard absent of the number pad. And it kind of creates a weird look. But, the laptops themselves, the spec list looks decent. I especially like the fact that the 13-inch model is around 2.8 pounds. I'm into portability, as you know. Starts around $1,000. There's a bigger, more advanced model that you can get the 15-inch in a Force mode. Samsung Notebook 7 Force for $1,500, and that's going to give you a GTX 1650 graphics card. So you can step up the horsepower if you want to, but that also brings the weight up to just over 4 pounds. So anyhow, people taking shots at Samsung for the design here, but they're not the first, to be honest. It's been going on. We can point to a number of models that take inspiration from the MacBook Pros. And what is that they say? Will they say imitation is some sort of flattery? Finest form, purest form, greatest form of flattery. Anyhow, so obviously people like MacBook Pros, the design of them. And if that's the case, inspiration is going to bleed all over the place. Steve, you're bringing up the Steve Jobs quote. We've always been shameless about stealing great ideas. What did he say? He said great artists steal, good artists.
Good artists steal.
Good artists copy, great artists steal.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
But I think what he's saying there, stealing implies that the copy aspect is not obvious. A stolen idea is kind of secretive in the sense that like it's not transparent. You can't immediately, or you wouldn't, the average person wouldn't immediately notice where the theft took place. Whereas in the case of the Notebook 7, well, anyone who's ever seen a MacBook Pro, if you scroll up, not this black model, obviously, but that one, well, I mean, that's obviously a copy. So.
Is it unibody aluminum as well?
I mean, it sure looks like it. Looks like those edges there.
Yeah. It's got the sharp edges.
What do you think, Will? Are you upset? It is what it is.
Yeah. I mean,
it's inevitable. It's not even really interesting at this point. It just seems so inevitable. I went into the Microsoft store, the physical store at Yorkdale, and it was like, I looked at all the laptops, Windows laptops on display. It's like, man, many of them take inspiration from them. I don't even use a MacBook Pro, but I can easily admit that so many modern consumer laptops have taken inspiration from that design. Like, it's just obvious at this point. Not even that exciting.